5,000 years ago, along the fertile floodplains of the Indus River, a civilization rose quietly, yet with astonishing ambition. No pyramids to scrape the sky, no armies marching into legend. Instead, brick by brick, they built sprawling cities that pulsed with trade, water, and life. Then, just as suddenly, they fell silent. Streets emptied, markets closed, walls crumbled. Why? What force could extinguish a society so advanced, yet so fragile? The Indus River carved a lifeline through unforgiving land. Each spring, its floodwaters soaked the soil, leaving behind rich silt. Fields burst with barley, wheat, and sesame. Herds grazed on lush plains. The river was not just sustenance, it was destiny, cause and effect intertwined. Reliable floods enabled stable harvests. Stable harvests nurtured population growth, and population growth demanded cities. Thus, settlements like Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro rose from mud and fire-hardened brick, aligned to cardinal points, as though the people sought order from the chaos of nature. To walk their ruins today is to feel both awe and ache. The echo of clay brick streets whispers of ingenuity, while the silence hints at mystery. This is the story of the Indus Valley, how they lived, why they thrived, and how their world unraveled. Step into Mohenjo-Daro. Imagine wide streets laid out in grids like veins of an organized body. Drains channel wastewater beneath stone covers. Wells dot every courtyard. Homes are modest, but consistent 2 stories high, built of uniform bricks, each one nearly identical in size. The effect is eerie, a city without a king's monument, yet humming with shared standards. No vast palaces, no temples reaching heaven. Instead, a collective design. Their priorities were not in glorifying rulers, but in elevating daily life. A civilization of engineers, more than emperors. Close your eyes and hear the clamor. Merchants bargaining, carts creaking, copper tools clinking, beads glittering in the sunday. The Indus people were traders at heart. Lapis lazuli from Afghanistan, shells from the Arabian Sea, cotton the earliest known in the world woven into cloth. Trade routes stitched them into the ancient global fabric, linking Mesopotamia and beyond. The cause: a city rich in resources and skill. The effect: prosperity, cultural exchange, and influence that extended far beyond their riverbanks. What did they believe? Here, mystery deepens. Seals carved with animals and symbols hint at deities and myths. A figure seated cross-legged, perhaps an early proto-Shiva. Clay figurines, fertility goddesses, rituals of birth and renewal. Yet no Rosetta Stone survives. Their script, etched into seals, tablets, shards, remains undeciphered. We hear their voice in symbols, but cannot translate their words. In silence, imagination fills the void. What hymns did they sing? What laws did they write? What stories shaped their nights? Then something shifted. Around 1900 BCE, the climate grew harsher. Monsoons faltered, rivers changed course, and fertile fields turned to dust. Cause: the Earth's subtle shifts in rain and river. Effect: harvests failed, trade dwindled, people drifted away. Cities once brimming with life shrank into ghost towns. Wells dried, bricks crumbled, seals were left unmarked. The great civilization that had thrived for centuries dissolved, not in conquest or fire, but in silence and slow abandonment. Today, the Indus Valley lingers in fragments, seals in museums, walls beneath sand, questions unanswered. Yet their story endures, of people who sought balance between nature and order, who engineered marvels without kings, who traded without conquest. Their struggle was universal, the fight to adapt, to survive, to endure forces beyond control. In their rise and fall, we glimpse our own fragility. Civilizations may seem eternal, yet the river reminds us, life flows, shifts, and sometimes disappears. The Indus people built for thousands, yet vanished within hundreds. And in that silence lies their most haunting legacy.